My name is TJ, and you suck at Arena Breakout. I mean, you miss more shots than a stormtrooper at a dartboard. Like, I've seen potatoes with better aim than you. And while most people take days off work to spend time with their families, here I am using my precious free time to make YouTube tutorials instead of, I don't know, getting a wife and kids or any form of love or sunlight. But hey, I'm here to save you from your own incompetence. Let's get started. Tip 1. Gear fear. Gear? What's that? Overrated, I say. You're not here to win, you're here to put on a show, and honestly, who needs weapons and armor when you got sheer willpower? Yeah, just throw yourself at the enemy, and then let's hope they're more impressed by your bravery than their trigger fingers. But sure, if you absolutely insist, bring something, right? Maybe a gun, maybe some ammo. Maybe remember to put the actual ammo in a magazine that fits in the gun. You know what I'm talking about. You might think armor would help too, but let's be real. You're probably gonna get shot in the face anyway. Save the inventory space for those looted valuables, like bolts. Now, if you're actually trying to survive, here's a crazy idea. Don't get gear fear. Yeah, load up with a good weapon, a good medkit, and good armor. No one's impressed when you run out there with nothing but fists and tears. But if that's your style, I mean, good luck, champ. So, sure, you could gear up properly and maybe have a chance of surviving, or you could stick with your bravery and stupid ideas. After all, it's not about winning, it's about having the best excuse when you lose, right? Tip number 2. Stand in the open. Cover? That's for cowards, right? Real gamers stand tall out in the open and making sure the enemy has a clear shot of their head. After all, why hide when you could heroically catch some bullets like a sponge? Think of it this way though. By standing out in the open, you're showing everybody your confidence. You're basically telling them, hey, I'm not afraid of you. In fact, take your best shot. And please aim a little bit over my head. But seriously, standing out in the open is basically just flexing your 2 brain cells at the same time. Now, if you actually want to survive, maybe, just maybe, find some cover. A wall, a rock, even a bush. Literally anything could help you. It's not about necessarily being sneaky, but it's about staying alive long enough to regret your face. So next time you think about hiding, don't. Just stand there, full exposure. Maybe spread your butt cheeks apart and give the enemy a fair shot and something nice to look at. Or, learn from your mistakes and actually use cover, but where's the fun in that, right? Tip number 3. Maps. Maps? Does anyone even use those? Like, you're too good for maps, right? Navigation with maps is for amateurs. Just look at the sun and wander around aimlessly until something interesting happens, like, I don't know, you catching a bullet with your butt cheeks. Why study the layout of the map at the beginning of the round when you can just let fate decide your path? Getting lost is part of the fun. You could find yourself in a hot zone, or maybe just in the middle of nowhere with no idea to go. I mean, either way, it's an adventure from start to finish. Alright, but seriously, I'm not saying you have to learn every inch of the map. When the round starts, press M and just look at the map. Look at where you're gonna go, even just a little. just knowing where the high loot areas are and where you're most likely to get ambushed could really help you in the long run. That might just give you an edge, you know? If you're into surviving and all that, it could be handy. Or you could continue to wing it, stumbling through the same choke points like a lost tourist. It's your call either way. You're gonna end up somewhere eventually, probably at the main menu. Tip 4. Leg shots. I think we can all agree that headshots are just for show-offs. I mean, the head is usually where the armor is, so why would you aim for that? Real pros, we aim for the legs. World War II tactics. It's not about killing your enemy. It's about inconveniencing them so much that they wish they were dead. I mean, why would you aim for the head when the knees are right there? It's way more satisfying to crunch someone's knees and watch them hobble around in pain than to just end it with one shot. Sure, it won't end the fight quickly. You'll probably blow through ammo like it's nothing, but it'll drag it out for maximum entertainment. But you know, if you're in the mood to actually win, headshots do usually work. They're kind of a secret, you know, of the trade. Kind of a shortcut to victory, if you will. You don't get to see the enemy. You don't get to see the agony of a leg shot, but hey, you'll still be the one standing at the end, right? So go ahead, aim for the leg. So go ahead, aim for the legs. Watch your enemies suffer, kneecap someone, or just, you know, end it all quickly with a headshot. If you're into efficiency, or maybe you don't have a lot of ammo for some reason, go for the head. Personally, I'm here for the drama. Tip number 5. Heals. Healing? Why bother? I mean, it's just a flesh wound, after all. If you're truly skilled, you won't need to patch yourself up that much. So just keep pushing forward with, like, half your guts hanging out of your stomach. Who needs all that blood inside of their body anyway? You have enough of it already. Medkits are for people who make mistakes, and let's be honest, you've never made a mistake in your video gaming career up until now, right? Right? Sure. Sure, you might be bleeding out, but healing is just gonna slow you down even more if you think about it. Real gamers push through the pain. Okay, so maybe healing is actually a good idea. It might keep you alive long enough to make more terrible decisions. Stock up on medkits and use them before you're in the brink of death. So yeah, go ahead, skip the healing if you want, but don't come crying to my comment section when you get one-tapped by an NPC because you thought you were invincible. Alright, bonus tip. Bonus tip? Are we doing bonus tips now? Who cares about survival when there's loot on the line? Forget the firefight, forget the enemy, forget about the mission. There's a box over there that has your name on it. Loot first, fight later, and pray that you're still standing when it's all over. But in reality, maybe, I mean, just shoot first, clear the area before you loot, and leave dead bodies on the floor for a little bit just before you loot them, because that little dot at the edge of your screen could be a sniper ghillie bastard that's looking at you, just waiting for you to mosey on over and walk into his crosshairs. It's hard to enjoy your shiny new gear when you're bleeding out, so loot away. Just don't expect to live long enough to enjoy it if you don't handle the whole fighting thing first. Bogus tip number 2. Lone wolf. Teamwork? please. I mean, you're a lone wolf, right? You're one of those furries. Who needs teammates when you've got raw talent and an inflated sense of self-confidence? Teammates just slow you down. Go solo, ignore the team chat, ignore all his wants and needs, and just run headfirst into danger. Who needs backup when you literally are overflowing with skill? But hey, if you actually want to win, you can at least tell your teammate to back off so you can have all the kills, right? Coordinate a little. It's not gonna hurt you. Or you could keep going lone wolf and see how far that gets you. Spoiler, it's probably not very far. And so there you have it. Those are 5 tips and 2 bonus tips just for you to help you hopefully suck less at this video game. But don't worry, you'll probably find something else to suck at pretty soon. But I'll be ready for that sounds so bad. I gotta fix my outros, bro. If you enjoy this type of content and you want to support the channel, go visit a doctor or something. I rarely ask people to like and subscribe, so I'm not gonna do it this time. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.